Region has continued to grapple the persistent challenges of irregular migration, with Tunisia becoming return hubs for Europe-bound migrants who are reportedly living in distressing conditions. Now, several European countries, including Germany, Spain, and Belgium, have also expressed concern over migrants' return bases as more people continue to arrive in Europe through the Mediterranean. Now, as featured in this report, some of the returning migrants have also voiced their concern. Here's more details of that in this report.
Experts warn that turning Tunisia into a return hub could leave migrants and asylum seekers in prolonged legal limbo, strain local resources, and raise serious humanitarian and legal concerns.
What is happening for migrants in Tunisia today reflects a course of action that the European Union, especially Italy, had hoped for and worked hard on since around the end of 2022. Today, the European side has succeeded in reducing the number of migrants reaching the northern shores, effectively shifting the migration crisis to Tunisia.
With fewer migrants able to move onward, Tunisia is seeing rising numbers of undocumented migrants stranded, many living in desperate conditions without work or basic support.
In fact, everyone agrees that Tunisia is a transit country, which exposes the falsehood of the resettlement narrative and the claims of demographic change promoted by the current authorities. Unfortunately, these migrants, men and women, are living in dire conditions, poor conditions that can only be described as inhumane.
Like many others, Emmanuel is stranded in Tunisia as crossings across the Mediterranean to Europe have become nearly impossible.
I arrived here after fleeing the war and the genocide in the east of the country. The work we do here is not really a life. It's not enough. Sometimes you work just to pay for housing and food, and that's it. We are not in our country. The conditions are hard. All we hope for is to live.
At this local market, daily encounters between vendors and migrants tell a human story, one of a shared hardship, strained livelihoods, and a community adjusting to growing pressure.
Tunisia used to be a crossing point for migrants. They used to come, stay for 1 to 2 years to work and save money for the crossing to Europe. Now they are forced to stay here, causing tension with some locals due to high unemployment rates among Tunisian youths. We are all human beings. We need to coexist until the migration problem is solved.
Several European countries, including Germany, Spain, Ireland, and Belgium, oppose migrant return hubs, warning the plan could breach asylum law and weaken the right to seek protection in Europe.
Other European countries, including France, the Netherlands, Luxembourg, and Portugal, have also raised concerns, warning that return hubs could shift responsibility to non-EU countries, particularly in North Africa, without sufficient safeguards.